Welcome to Tallish Thickish. I'm Sarah and I'm here with an Oner Active try-on haul and review. Today I have items that I picked up when Oner Active released their Dress Cute Lift Heavy Capsule. Today specifically I have performance items. I have 6 unified performance items and 2 sports bras. Before I get into the pieces today, I just want to say a quick thank you to anybody who has hit that subscribe button. There's a lot more of you than there was before the last video, so thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the encouragement. I'm here just to do my best to make recommendations, do my best to represent women that are built like me. I hope you find today's review and all the other ones coming helpful. All of the pieces, except for the flared bottoms that I'm currently wearing, are in the color Berry Bloom. I have pieces today ranging from sizes large to extra large. And as a quick review for this particular video, I am measuring at 44 inches at the bust, 38 inches around the waist, and 48 inches around the hips. I also have a 30-inch inseam. We do have 8 pieces and I don't want to take up too much of your time, so let's just go ahead and dive right into what I'm wearing. So on the bottom here I have the unified flared bottoms in a large long in black. Up top I have the unified twist front long sleeve crop top in a size extra large. I'll talk about the bottoms first. If you've watched any of the videos on my channel that include unified pieces, you know how much I really enjoy this fabric. This is Oner Active's performance fabric, and it's very flexible, it's very stretchy, it moves with you. I haven't actually worked out in it yet, but I'm really enjoying just how it feels when I walk out and about with these unified flared bottoms. I appreciate that these have some substance to them. One thing that I was a little nervous about when sizing down to a large in these unified flared bottoms, I was really worried about compression in the legs. I feel like they're very spacious, so definitely understand why these are performance material. Something I think is really important to note about the flared bottoms here is that they are very tall girl friendly. I'm sorry I don't have a really good look of the bottom, but I am wearing shoes and they are nearly hitting the ground. So I think that these are going to be plenty long enough for you. Plus these are very high-waisted, and I think that you would have the flexibility to move them up and down your waist. So I think if you're a tall girl and you're curious about some unified bottoms, I would give these a shot. As far as sizing goes for unified bottoms, if you don't want the waistband to be very fitted, you can size up. The thing that I didn't enjoy about sizing up in unified is that I had a lot of excess material, but I lost the compression that unified is supposed to offer. So I really wasn't a fan of the way that an extra large looked on me in unified, but I am liking the way that a size large looks on me. So far, I'm not in love with the way that a size large is feeling on me, particularly in the front part of this waistband. I'm not feeling too much compression in the legs. I'm mostly just feeling the compression right here in the waistband. The other thing that I'm not the biggest fan of with unified is that it does roll, specifically on the sides here. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot that I can do about that. So it's just something to note. I don't have a lot to say about this unified twist front long sleeve crop top in extra large. It's very uncomfortable. I can't really move around in it at all. I definitely wouldn't be able to work out in it. I can't really even sit in it. One of the issues I have is that this little scoop under here is really digging into me, and on top of that, it's just very short lined. I don't feel like I have enough room, so it's just a little too tight for me. It's a little too short as well. I don't mind the way that it looks on me. The fit is just horribly uncomfortable. I think the most uncomfortable piece of it is the digging under here. Just the way that these are pulling off to the side is really uncomfortable for me. I have been wearing it for a while to see if I gained some flexibility, and I did. When I initially put it on, this back piece was digging in quite a bit, and that has relieved a little bit since I've put it on. Another area that's really tight for me is back here, kind of where my rear delts would be. It's very tight there for me, so I'm kind of bummed. I really like this silhouette on me, to be completely honest, and I love this color on me, but this is just, more than anything, it's just too short and it's too small and it's too tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and change into the next outfit. All right, I'm pretty uncomfortable in this outfit, so we're gonna run through this pretty quickly. This is the Easy Lift Multi-Weight Bandeau Bralette and the Unified Wrap shorts, and again, we have this color Berry Bloom. The shorts are in a size large and the bra is in a size extra large. I'm going to talk about the shorts real quick since we've already been talking about the unified material. So I still think that I have plenty of room in the shorts. There's still plenty of room there to actually perform. The problem I have on these is the waistband. So this is a little bit too compressive for me. I would say if you are more hourglass shaped, I think these will work better for you, and I think that they'll really accentuate that hourglass figure that you have. I'm a little bit more boxy. There's a 10-inch difference between my hip and my waist, so I don't think that these are going to work for me unless I'm willing to deal with the extra material and the loose fitting, still rolling down waistband in the extra large, and that's really just not for me. I prefer this material hug me the way it is now in the legs. I prefer that it's compressing against me. I just don't like the compression I'm getting in the size large waistband, which is completely understandable because I have a 38-inch waist, so I understand that I may not fit into a large waistband. As I said before, if you are hourglass shaped, I think these will work really well for you. If you have a bigger difference between your hip and your waist and you have a particularly small waist for your hips, I think these will work out really well for you, and I would definitely give them a try. I think if these fit you really well, that they'll perform for you really well. As I mentioned before, this material moves well. It's supposed to be sweat wicking. I haven't tried it on in the gym yet, so I don't know. When I move my legs around, it seems like the seams stay in place, so that's really nice that there's no rolling up. I do have pretty large quads, and again, these are a size down from what would be recommended for me, so I think that you really can't go wrong as far as performance goes if these particular shorts fit you. Let's get into this Easy Lift Multi-Weight Bandeau Bralette. So I believe this is supposed to be replacing one of my favorite bras, which is the Everyday Bandeau Bralette, and it's different material, it's a different fit. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Starting with the material, I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not a big fan of any material that will catch on my calluses. As soon as I reach into that bag, and if I feel any kind of catching on my calluses, it's just something that doesn't interest me very much. This is kind of a cottony material. Somebody told me that it reminded them more of like something that you would see in yoga activewear. That's a bit of feedback I got from somebody else. It's just a very different feel. It's not as slick and it's not as smooth. So it's not something that personally I'm going to be really drawn to. One of the other things I'm not a big fan of when it comes to this bra is the compression that I feel in the material itself. I know that there's 20-something% elasticity in the material of the bra, but there's only 13 or so in the mesh lining that's throughout. And I am just feeling really compressed and it just feels really tight. One of the other things that I'm really displeased with is the adjustability that I have. I have them set as loose as I can possibly get them, and I have them crossed, which is my preferred way of wearing it because it gives me more support. I also understand that they changed the material of these straps and they are thicker, but since I don't have as much give and I don't have as much flexibility here, it just means that I have thicker straps that are digging into me and causing me discomfort. The other thing that I really am not enjoying about this bra is it's really riding into my armpit. So if you are somebody that is sensitive to things being in your armpit, I don't recommend this bra. The other thing is that it's so compressive around me that the seams on the inside, I can feel them and they're a little bit itchy. So I don't really have anything that I can say that's positive about this bra. I did try it on without the straps, but the problem is when it slides, I have so much excess material down here. When I wear the Unified Micro Bandeau bralette, it's shorter lined, so I don't have all this excess material that's shimmying down and looking a little funky on me. So I really am disappointed with this. If you like that more cottony material, I would go for this maybe. Also, if you're shorter, if you're built like me and you have a broader chest and you have a larger frame, I wouldn't recommend this bra. I'm just not too sure if you're going to be very comfortable in it. All I really have to say here, I'll go ahead and switch into the next outfit. Here are the Unified cycling shorts in a size large and the Easy Lift high neck sports bra in a size extra large. I'm going to run through this pretty quickly. I am once again very uncomfortable. So I'm going to talk about this Easy Lift high neck sports bra first. As I mentioned with the bandeau or with the multi-way, this material is very compressive, and one thing about this high neck sports bra is that it is coming up above the clavicle bone, and so I'm getting a lot of pressure right here, and it doesn't feel very good, like something just pressing down, and it's not very comfortable for me at all. I'm really curious as to why a high neck sports bra has to come over the clavicle. It would be nice to see something that can give us a little bit more breathing room but come up kind of high. So just really not going to recommend it, primarily because of that reason. Also, similar to the multi-way bra that I just had on, the seams on the sides here are being pushed into my skin, and it's causing a lot of itching and it's causing a lot of discomfort. I do get a lot of support in this bra, but it's not something that I'm going to wear because I'm just really uncomfortable with the amount of pressure that I'm getting right here and the digging and the itching that I feel on the sides here. So I'll go ahead and move into the shorts. I do like the length that I'm getting on the short. I was kind of curious if I'd like the longer length on me, and I'm not too sure about it. What I'm finding is that the further down the seam is on my quad, the more I'm aware of it. I don't know why, but when the seam is on the bigger part of my quad where it's really being stretched out, for some reason I don't feel it as much as when it's on this smaller part of my leg. So they don't really work for me, but they may work for you. I'm going to go ahead and switch into the last outfit. Final outfit for you. Here is the Unified twist front short sleeve crop top in a size extra large, and the Unified Wrap leggings in a size large long. So I'm actually not as horribly uncomfortable in this outfit as I was in the last three. I'm going to go ahead and start with the short sleeve crop top. So with this particular fit, I actually am able to wear the cut pads. I forgot to mention before that in the long sleeve, I really wasn't able to get that to work for me. When I kept the cut pads in, I had trouble keeping the girls locked in place. With the short sleeve, however, I was able to keep the cut pads in, and I do feel like I have a tinge more security in the short sleeve than I did in the long sleeve. I'm also not getting as much pulling under my bust in the short sleeve as I was in the long sleeve, so I am a little bit more comfortable. The place where I'm not seeing any improvement is still where it pulls on my rear delts, and any place where it's going to be affected when I pull my arms up and down, I'm still just getting a lot of tugging, and so it's still, at the end of the day, just too short for me. When it comes to these leggings, I did want to mention, I feel like in the leggings I have the least amount of extra fabric to pull out, but that doesn't mean that they're any less comfortable than the flared leggings where I had a lot of excess fabric. I'm really not seeing that there's a difference for me in comfort when it comes to how much fabric that I have in the bottom here. Just like the other bottoms that I tried in a size large, these are just a little too compressive for me along the waistband. I think if my waist measurement fluctuated between 35 inches and 37 inches, I would be more comfortable, but I fluctuate more between 37 and 38 inches, so I think that's where these are just a little bit too tight for me. I forgot to talk about squat proofness when it comes to the shorts and the unified legging. Right now I have on a nude thong, and that is what I've worn with all of the bottoms in this review, but when I tried on something that was black underneath, you could see it. However, if I squat down, even in these leggings that have the least amount of extra fabric, I'm not seeing any actual flesh tone. So for whatever that's worth, those were my observations when it came to squat proofness. Overall, when it comes to unified sizing, I recommend, if you want something that's more giving and you don't mind the extra fabric and you want less compression in the waistband, go ahead and go with your larger size. I think it's a really great material. Once again, I completely understand why they call this their performance material. I really don't recommend the easy lift bras. I've now tried the halter, the high nut, and the multi-weight bandeau, and I'm really just not a fan of the fabric, and I feel like they're all just too short line and just too tight for me. If you are interested in some of the lounge that came out in this Dress Cute Lift Heavy Capsule, I will be reviewing the midweight lounge in Berry Bloom in a separate review, along with some bra lounge and foundation lounge. I'm going to leave you with one more quick thought before I let you go, just in case somebody else needs to hear this as much as I did. I tried on 8 different pieces of performance wear today, and this was my 4th attempt at unified, and I've really struck out quite a few times. But I just want to remind you that just because you don't fit into clothing that you believe is your proper size, that's not a reflection of the worth of your body, and that doesn't mean that you're not cute, and that sure as hell doesn't mean you can't lift heavy. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next haul.